Okay, I'm going to show you how to sew a 9-point rose. It will look a bit like this in the end. Working with a 9-point circle. Now obviously you can use your 36-point circle to prick out a 9-point circle, because you just need to mark out every fourth hole around that 36-point circle template that you've already got. So this is mine marked out with the 9 holes. So you sew into, to start with, any of the holes. Stick it down as usual. And then what we're in effect doing is sewing from one point on the circle to every other point on the circle, all the way across like that. So a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7 and 8. It's easier if you sew all the long threads first. So the longest thread, the most number of holes we're going to go round from our starting point is 1, 2, 3, 4 at any point. So if we sew all the 4s, then all the 3s, then all the 2s, then all the 1s, that means that we use less thread, it looks neater on the back. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because then it's a bit easier to see what you're doing as you get to the end. And again, it's basically 4 around, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1. So don't worry too much about what it looks like on the front, just keep going around the circle one way, back 1 into the back, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here you see 1, 2, 3, 4 means it's going to be the same. So at that point you know you've got to go the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And because you've counted 4 that way, you're going to go back 1, come out here, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5 each. So we've left that one long. So again, you know that you can count on the front 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going back 1, so you're in this one here. And you know which way you need to go, because you can't go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. Counted that way, so back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you are. You can see you've done all the 4s. And it's you've sewn twice out of every hole on that 9-point circle. So now we're going to do the 3s. So you don't have to tape that down. You can just go into either hole, either side of this one where you've finished. And then you're counting 1, 2, 3. Same as before, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 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 back 1, 2, 3. Sit down there. So, you know, you've finished there. Doesn't really matter which one you come up at because they're both the same. You can't go 1, 2, 3 that way because it's already there, so you've got to go this way. 1, 2, 3. Back 1, 1, 2, 3. Back 1, 1, 2, 3. And that's all the threes done, because you can see at that point that there's 4 pieces of thread coming out of each hole. And if you ever go, so if you did carry on and you weren't really thinking about it, that was your last thread, you've gone 1, 2, 3, and you go back 1, then you'll see that you've got nowhere you can go without sewing over the top of a piece of thread that's already there, and then you know you've gone too far. So that's the 4s and the 3s done. So now we're going to do the 2s. The 2s, it gets easier as it goes on to see where you need to go, because the 2s are quite straightforward. Or you could just obviously leave it like that and you've got a star. You don't have to stick this down, you can carry on with the thread. Come up either side of the place where you finished, and then we're going to do 2. So 1, 2. It's quite easy to do the 2s because you can see what you're doing. You're just going back 1 each time and then 2 across. Back 1, forward 2, back 1, forward 2. Nearly there. That's where we finished. So we're going to go back 1 because it needs to go a 2 over there. Let's see that we want to start there. One, 2. Back 1, forward 2. And then you can see that again it's equal, and if you go back 1 you've already got a 2 there, so then you know you've finished. You can leave it like that if you want, so it's a bit more like a star, or if you want to you can just sew all the 1s, again very easy because you're just sewing from one to the next, and when you've done that it'll look more like this one, so it'll have all its edges on. And you can do exactly the same thing if you want to with a 12-point circle. So if you put 12 points around, you can just do exactly as we did, and you end up with a bigger hole in the middle, bigger circle in the middle. Wow. Yes, 12-sided thing in the middle. Or you can do the diagonals so you can continue on and cross over in the middle, so there won't be any gap in the middle at all, and you'll just have, if you do the diagonals, you'll just have them crossing in the middle instead to complete that. Another thing I do is miss out all of them in the middle and make a bigger circle in the middle, like that. So it's up to you what you then do with those 12 point or 9 point roses, lots of different options.